Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, County Executive Ike Leggett kicks off African Heritage Month in Silver Spring. Montgomery College remembers the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. And later, we'll show you the sights and sounds of the annual Labor Day Parade in Old Town Gaithersburg. But we begin with the solar energy market, which is rapidly expanding as more and more Marylanders are going solar. And as Susan Kennedy reports, statistics show public policy here in Montgomery County is creating a marketplace where solar energy can thrive.
We're here today to release a new report which ranks the top solar states across the country. I'm joined today by Councilmember Roger Berliner.
Councilmember Roger Berliner was joined by state and local officials to announce a new national report that ranks the state of Maryland number 12 in the nation for total solar power capacity per person. Councilmember Berliner says public policy drives the solar revolution, and Montgomery County has been in the front seat on this issue.
We do understand that solar is the foundation of our energy future. We are past the point where this is a granola crunchy crowd. This is fundamental to our future. It saves us on our electricity bills. It helps the planet, and it creates good green jobs. That's a trifecta that we in Montgomery County embrace.
Though Maryland has less land and sunshine than states like Florida and Texas, a strong commitment to clean energy policies has enabled this ranking to surge. And in Montgomery County, the Environmental Protection Agency ranks Montgomery County 5th in the nation for local governments that purchase clean energy.
We passed legislation that said to our county, we will buy 100% renewable energy. And at the time, the county budget people were a little nervous. Oh, how much will this cost us? We saved money by buying renewable energy over what we would have paid Pepco. We saved money, and we are now carbon neutral as a county. That's a big deal.
This commitment to sustainability is also shared by county residents and businesses. I received an update from the Department of Permitting Services this morning that indicates that the application for solar permits has tripled in the last year. In FY14, the Department of Permitting Services received almost 550 solar permits. In the current fiscal year, that number is 1,582 permits and shows signs of growing. That shows a commitment not only on the part of the government, but businesses in the community, a commitment to renewable and clean energy.
And there are economic benefits to the use of solar as well. John McCann is the president of Legatus 6, a local company that supports the county in its efforts to embrace solar and energy efficiency.
The solar business mitigates the negative economic impact of global warming. It creates a more stable grid. I mean, there have been issues with grid reliability and stability. Distributed solar systems, which provide generating sources throughout the grid, ultimately creates a more stable grid, a more reliable grid. And so that's the second major economic benefit. And the third is that it builds Maryland businesses like ours.
To find out more about how Montgomery County ranks, you can read the report at environmentamericacenter.org. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Tacoma Park is one of 50 national semifinalists for the Georgetown University Energy Prize. A prize of $5 million will go to the U.S. community that educates the public in energy efficiency issues and spurs innovative approaches to decrease energy usage. In order to become one of the finalists for the Energy Prize, the Sustainability Department in Tacoma Park is sponsoring the Neighborhood Energy Challenge. A $2,000 grand prize will go to the neighborhood and multifamily building with the most certified green homes. One major step to become green certified is to have an energy audit. Tacoma Park Ward 3 Councilmember Kate Stewart opened her home to our cameras and allowed us to witness firsthand the process of an energy survey. Take a look.
We're going to do a comprehensive energy audit. Really, we're looking at your house as a system, how all the different parts of it interact with each other and how we can make your house more efficient, comfortable, and improve the air quality. We want to know how leaky your house is. We want to know how well insulated it is. We also want to make sure that your appliances, like your gas appliances, your furnace, your water heater, your oven, are all properly operating We're going to do some tests which we call our combustion safety tests, because we want to make sure that they're not producing any dangerous levels of gases like carbon monoxide, and that gas is actually being sent out of the house. What I'm just going to do is quickly scan the house, looking at all these areas and looking for temperature differences. You see that darker color? There's this one little strip, like maybe the insulation got pushed up or pushed on the side somehow. But this may well be one of the reasons why it's so cold in here. We want to find all the air leaks and fix as many of them as possible. This fan here will pull air out of the house, and we have sensors here with this device which will measure how much leakage you have in your house. Let's see how leaky this house is. I feel a lot of air coming.
Yeah, a lot.
Do you feel
I can feel
the draft?
Yes. I can feel it.
Yes, this is a huge amount of air.
Wow.
And most likely the damper is open on here. That's the first thing. So that's an easy fix. But even with the damper closed, it's probably still leaky. So we'll just take a look up here. And certainly that's wide open. So there's ways to make this even better. There's devices you can put in here to make it nice and airtight. Just put your hand up there and feel the air.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. That is a lot of air.
Check this out. Look at all of that smoke. It's just being blown down like that. You put an addition on your house, right?
Yes.
So this was an exterior wall of the house, and then everything this way is new construction, right? When this was built here, it wasn't made airtight. There's easy ways to fix that, simply by just caulking this area here and just filling all this in, but it can make a real difference in terms of the amount of air leakage that you're experiencing here.
I can just feel it here. I don't even have to put my hand there. I can feel
You feel it all the way there.
Here. Yeah, and I can feel it behind me as well.
Pocket doors are typically a real problem. It's so hard because they have to be framed in such a large area, but they weren't sealed around it. We'll provide you with a report that summarizes the findings. We'll spell out in very, very detailed form each measure that we recommend in the house. Once you've completed the work in the house, we'll come back and we'll retest the house. Sound good?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Excellent.
If you're a county resident, you can find out more about home energy audits at mygreenmontgomery.org. The annual Maryland Hispanic Business Conference was held this week at the Bethesda North Marriott, and Maryland Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford told the crowd that Governor Hogan's administration is focused on economic development.
Our mission in the Hogan-Rutherford administration has been and will continue to be economic development. And the key to that development, of course, is the small and minority business community. While we will and everyone will focus in many cases on our large businesses and making sure that they stay in the state, that they expand in the state, we know that the real job creators and the growth is going to occur in the small business communities.
Did you know that Montgomery County was the first in the nation to proclaim the month of September as African Heritage Month? County Executive Isaiah Leggett helped kick off the month at a special celebration in Silver Spring, hosted by the Montgomery County African Affairs Advisory Group.
Because many of the things that you want, in addition to the obstacles, in many ways similar to everything else that everyone else is seeking. To have access to better jobs, quality schools, communities that are safe, and to provide for your families. That's something that we all share. And with the leadership that we have here and the commitment of the leadership around this county, we are making progress, but we still have a great deal of progress to go.
The county executive was joined by County Council member Roger Berliner at this celebration. You can find out more about African Heritage Month and upcoming events this month on the county's website. Coming up on County Report this week, we'll tell you about the county's bicycle master plan and how you can provide your feedback on the county's bicycle network this month. And
I'm the Planning Department's Bridget Suiso. The Rock Spring Master Plan recently kicked off. We'll have the full recap when County Report this week continues.
As a new American, I didn't know how to
find a good job,
start a business,
get insurance, or legal advice.
Further my education.
Find affordable housing for my family.
It is very hard.
That's why we have the New Americans Expo. This informational fair will take place on October 4th
from noon until 6 at the Civic Building in Silver Spring, Maryland. Come and explore. You'll find all the information you need to succeed as a new American.
Hope to see you there.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. The Rock Spring Master Plan covers the North Bethesda area, bordered by the I-270 spur, Westlake Drive, and Democracy Boulevard. And the plan specifically looks at revitalizing a typical suburban office park. Bridget Suisho joins us with the latest on the plan. Bridget?
That's right, it was a packed house at Walter Johnson High School as the Rock Spring Master Planning team kicked off their work on reimagining Rock Spring. Now, this is only the start of an intensive effort to look at the aging office park and determine how best to accommodate growth.
Sort of model, isn't it?
This is our very first meeting on the master plan, so we are at the very beginning of the process. And I think that we heard a lot of good ideas and information from the community. We certainly heard their concerns, especially about schools. And I think that we have a lot of information to help inform us as we move forward.
We're very happy to work with the community tonight. It turned out to be a great event. We listened to their voice regarding their concerns, their ideas, and their overall vision for the future of Rock Spring, and that'll serve to provide a structure for the overall master plan.
I thought it was a very good meeting, partly because so many people came out on a hot summer night and obviously cared very much about their community and the future of the community. We knew there were issues here. That wasn't a surprise. People feel very strongly about their concerns, but that's a good thing. We want people to care about their communities and want to be inspired to work with us on this master plan. It's going to be a long process, but we need them to be active participants, so I'm very impressed so far.
The next steps after this is that we go forward to the planning board to present a scope of work. Hopefully the planning board will review our scope and timeline and hopefully approve the timeline, and then we move forward to the next community plan.
Next steps are take all the notes back that we received from the meeting tonight. We'll organize them within their groups: housing, education, recreation and green space, and we're going to go ahead and pull that forward into building a structure of orders of magnitude of items we need to look at as part of our master plan.
To learn more, go to montgomeryplanning.org/rockspring. For County Report This Week, I'm Bridget Suisho.
In other planning news, get geared up for the Bicycle Master Plan. Community meetings are being held around the county and include a presentation about the state of bicycling. And there are opportunities for your feedback on how to improve the bicycling network in the county. Upcoming meetings are scheduled for September 15th, September 21st, and October 6th. RSVP and learn more at montgomeryplanning.org/bikeplan. Save the date. Montgomery County's Office of Human Rights is hosting the 3rd annual Friendship Picnic on Sunday, September 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Wheaton Regional Park. The picnic brings together diverse communities to share their cultures, traditions, and faiths. There'll be food and entertainment for the entire family. James Stowe, the director of the Office of Human Rights, recently talked about the upcoming picnic on CCM's Mosaic, a monthly talk show.
I think one of the things that we want to make sure happens as well is that the interface goes beyond 1 to 5.
Right.
That maybe you meet someone that maybe you can now have dialogue with in the coming week or the coming month. Maybe there's an opportunity for family exchanges to take place. Maybe there's some mutual interest that you may develop or find out while you're at then our friendship picnic that can again have some carryover impact beyond the day.
For more information about the Friendship Picnic, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/human rights. Did you know that Tuesday, September 22nd, is Car Free Day? It's a worldwide movement to celebrate sustainable transportation. Residents are encouraged to go green and to go to work by bicycling, walking, carpooling, taking transit, or even working from home. Car Free Day is intended to fight traffic congestion and preserve the environment. For more information, go to carfreemetrodc.org. It's time to check your medicine cabinet for expired or unwanted prescription drugs. The Prescription Drug Take-Back Day will take place on September 26th, and it's part of an effort to prevent the increasing problems of prescription drug abuse and theft. This event is touted as a safe, free, and anonymous opportunity to dispose of unused, unwanted, or expired prescription drugs. The idea is to keep residents from flushing prescription drugs or placing them in the trash where they could be ingested by animals or a person.
This is the safest way to get rid of any unused or unwanted prescription medication. There are not a lot of good options to be able to dispose of unused medications. And by taking part in the Drug Take-Back Day, you can possibly prevent an accidental poisoning or intentional drug abuse.
On September 26th, there will be 11 drop-off locations across the county where residents can drop off prescription drugs and over-the-counter medications. There will be collection boxes in the parking lots of all these police stations between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Coming up on County Report this week, we'll show you the sights and sounds of New Orleans at Montgomery College. And we'll march down the streets of Old Town with participants at the Labor Day Parade in Gaithersburg. Stay with us. County Report this week is coming right back.
Hello, I'm County Executive Ike Leggett with an invitation to all of our residents. Our public libraries educate and entertain residents of all ages, backgrounds, and interests. But we want to know how we can improve and are asking you to help us create the best possible 21st century library system. What do you want to see in your library? What can we do better? Join me and other residents at the Library of the Future Summit, Thursday, September the 24th, and give us your thoughts. Every voice matters. Libraries matter.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonia Burke. It's been 10 years since Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast of the United States, and Montgomery College has not forgotten those impacted by the storm. MCTV's Stan Jones reports.
On August 29, 2005, nature reminded us just how vulnerable we are when a Category 4 hurricane named Katrina hit the shores of New Orleans.
I remember being in Congresswoman Maxine Waters' office with people that were 85, 75 years old, residents, and watching them cry and beg for food and for water, for help. And it left such an impression on me that I said, from this day forward, I will always teach Hurricane Katrina the rest of my life. 2 years ago, for the first time in my teaching career, a student said to me, "What's Katrina?" At that moment, right after that class, I walked into Professor Bess Vincent, a colleague of mine who was also a victim of Hurricane Katrina. I walked into her office and said, "We've got to do something."
With most storms, we all evacuated. And I recognize that my story is different than others because I was fortunate enough to evacuate. But my house did take 5 feet of water, and there was several months of displacement and many unknowns. This isn't an event that's really made a real impact in their lives in knowing what it was, the implications, the impacts of Hurricane Katrina. And so my colleague Vin and Tanya and I saw an opportunity to do some education here with this 10-year commemoration.
What we first did here was we had a street fair, and it was not a party, but it was a way we wanted to celebrate the resilience, the courage, the strength of the actual citizens of New Orleans, their culture, their music, everything that their food that we love about New Orleans that survived, and we wanted to celebrate that first in addition to our our film festival and our art exhibit that we have here, and of course our panel discussion tonight.
No, I just stopped crying a couple of years ago. I did own a home and a car and a dog. And we had to leave some stuff behind, and I did go back, and my neighbor did rescue my dog out the house. I want to go back to, help support the economic base. So I want to become an RN, so now, when I return, I will be a nurse.
Montgomery College's commemoration of Hurricane Katrina 10 years later isn't just about the lives lost or displaced, but to educate and learn about the resilience and how to move forward and rebuild. The County Report this week, I'm Stan Jones.
A contractor for the Maryland State Highway Administration recently conducted an environmental survey to assess the bat population in an area near the designated route of the Brookville bypass. Biologists were looking for the northern long-eared bat, a threatened species. Shortly after sunset, these biologists began setting up mist nets to trap bats along a flyway in a wooded area of Brookville.
We targeted this area because of the flyways along the road. We have a flying corridor along the stream and several forest openings that would be conducive to this type of trapping.
Their work is part of an environmental survey to assess the bat population near the designated route for the Brookville bypass.
We are looking for a recently listed threatened species known as the northern long-eared bat.
That bat has been recently declared threatened by the Endangered Species Act. On 2 consecutive nights, these biologists capture over a dozen bats in Brookville, 13 big brown bats and 2 red bats.
Do you know the species, do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a juvenile big brown, yeah.
They also netted a barred owl. All of the bats are carefully measured and photographed before being released back into the wild.
We'll take some measurements, forearm length, hind foot length, ear length, the weight, and prior to releasing them, identify the species. If we catch a threatened species, we would put a transmitter on it and track the bat to its roost.
The biologists check their nets every 10 minutes for a period of 5 hours, from dusk to well past midnight.
We've talked to a lot of folks in the area, just telling them what we're doing, getting some landowner contacts and coordination, and they say they see bats all over the place, so we're sort of finding the same thing.
At this location, the biologist said there was no sign of the northern long-eared bat, and that's not surprising.
It was once a common species up until the point of white nose syndrome.
Once the survey is complete, results are sent to U.S. Fish and Wildlife for review. For County Report this week, I'm Sonia Burke.
He just doesn't like being held.
Those biologists also conducted an acoustical bat survey in Gaithersburg near the I-270 Walkin Mills Road interchange project. The official results from both of these bat surveys are not yet complete. And here's an invite for county teens. Those who like to write now have a chance to develop their writing skills through the Teen Writers Club that has been formed at the Silver Spring Library. The workshop is open to teen writers aged 13 to 18 and will meet twice a month on alternate Thursdays, beginning at 6:30 p.m. The club will offer writing exercises and group discussions. For more information or to reserve a spot, call this number. Who doesn't love a parade? In Gaithersburg, it's an annual tradition that dates back 77 years. We're talking about the Gaithersburg Labor Day Parade, and the weather this year was picture perfect. Parade participants included County Executive Ike Leggett and his wife Catherine. Dance groups, antique cars and fire trucks, high school marching bands, and so much more. Hundreds of people lined the streets of Old Town for a front row seat for this popular parade. If you missed the fun, there's always next year. The Taste of Bethesda returns on Saturday, October 3rd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and will bring more than 50 restaurants and 5 stages of entertainment to Bethesda's Woodmont Triangle. More than 45,000 attendees enjoy Taste of Bethesda each year. Admission to the Taste of Bethesda is free. Tickets will be sold on site to taste different foods. Tickets are $5 for 4 tickets, and a serving costs 1 to 4 tickets. The event is located 3 blocks from the Bethesda Metro Station. Free parking is also available in downtown Bethesda's public garages. The free Bethesda Circulator will transport visitors to and from the Bethesda Metro Station and public garages. For more information, go to Bethesda.org. Coming up next on County Report this week, we'll introduce you to a Silver Spring resident who's making a difference for some animals in our community. Plus, you'll meet our Pet of the Week. Don't go away. County Report this week is coming right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
We did not lose the war in Vietnam. We quit. And it just made it so much harder for all those guys that were wounded.
You look and you see the guys beside you and around you. We realize you're all Americans. And no longer are you a particular race, you're a soldier.
I became the first resident of the Hanoi Hilton. We're going to come out of there, but we're going to come out of there with our honor.
On Saturday, October 24th, join Bob Schieffer at the universities at Shady Grove as we honor our more than 13,000 Montgomery County veterans who served in the Vietnam War.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonia Burke. A Montgomery College student with aspirations of becoming a veterinarian is helping rescue animals in our community today. MyMC Media's Alini Barros has her story.
Meet Stephanie Filiu, an 18-year-old who spends Saturday nights taking care of sugar gliders.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've always loved animals. My first interest in rescuing them was when I first got my sugar gliders.
She's a Montgomery College student with aspirations to become a veterinarian. For the past 5 years, she has been rescuing animals and finding them new homes. This life science student has rescued more than 13 sugar gliders.
The condition that they came in was a pretty bad rescue situation. I mean, they were very skinny, emaciated.
Stephanie's an expert. She has a blog where she shares more about their life expectancy, signs of a healthy or sick glider, and diet options.
It does vary every day. Okay. Sometimes they get boiled eggs, sometimes they get the mealworms, or quinoa, or just different, anything that I have, in the fridge, they get too.
Besides gliders, Stephanie has also rescued a lizard named Todd.
They came to me a few months ago from my uncle who had a client who didn't want him anymore.
Todd weighed close to 3 ounces when rescued. After proper care and the right diet, he now weighs almost 12 ounces. Stephanie says rescuing animals one at a time was not possible without her parents' help. Her father says between food, cage, veterinarian care, the family has spent more than $3,000.
Very proud and also surprised that at her age, she knows all this stuff and do all this stuff.
For the past 3 years, once a week, Stephanie also volunteers at the National Zoo. But right now, Stephanie hopes to find Todd a home and continue to rescue animals.
If I can help, another animal, then it keeps me going.
For now, she's ready to do it all over again tomorrow. For County Report this week, I'm Alini Barros.
Now it's time to meet our Pet of the Week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
This very affectionate, very handsome guy is Little Rascal. He's just about 5 years old, and we call him the party animal because he loves to go sit in everybody's lap. Please visit him here at the Animal Adoption Center. Give us a call at 240-773-5900 or visit Little Rascal on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD.
It's time to start thinking about fun fall programs, and for that, the county's Department of Recreation has open registration for programs and classes. The county recently launched a new recreation enrollment website where residents can open an account and register for classes and other programs. To begin using Active Montgomery, you must set up a new customer account at activemontgomery.org. You can find the Fall Recreation Guide online at montgomerycountymd.gov/rec or call 240-777-6840 for more information. With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Sonia Burke. Thank you for watching.